Okay, I was almost up until 2 a.m. last night preparing for this video, but we are going for this. What is up, crafters? Today we are going to be taking a look at a new plugin called Pillars of Fortune. This is a new minigame where you start in the sky and you receive random items and then you push people into the void. It's super fun and it's big on CubeCraft, but I tried playing it and it didn't go over very well. So today in this video, I will be showing you how to set up and use the Pillars of Fortune plugin, and I will also be giving some of my thoughts on it at the end since this is a premium plugin. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that earlier. I was given a free license to this plugin for making this video, but all thoughts will be completely my own. All right, let's get crafting. Okay, so the first thing that you'll want to do is actually download Pillars of Fortune so you can get it here on Built by Bit. Just once you buy it, just download now, and then you'll want to head over into your server. And then you will want to go to your file manager, go to your plugins, and then you can go ahead and just drag and drop that plugin in. I have a couple other in here, ignore that. And then we can just go ahead and start or restart our server. All right, so once our server is back up, you can go ahead and check if it's installed by typing PL, and there it is, POF, that's Pillars of Fortune. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this plugin in game. All right, so once we are in game, what we will want to do is first type POF, and we can see all of the different little commands for it. So the first thing that we are going to do is set our lobby. So it's just POF set lobby. And now when we go back to the lobby, it will take us to that position. So now we just need to reload the plugin or restart the server. So just /restart. And then just wait a second and your server will be back up. Okay, so now our lobby position has been set. So now let's go ahead and create an arena. So if we type POF, we can see it is POF create and then the arena name. So we can do that command. We'll call this game 1. And it started and now it's finished. And now we will type POF setup and then game 1. And it'll send us here and you'll be like flying down. And then there's our little block right there. So what we need to do is build a little arena right here, or if you have a schematic, you can just paste that in. So I'm just going to go ahead and build something really bad quickly. Okay, there we go. So my crappy little Pillars of Fortune build is done. So let's go ahead and go to our game settings, and we need to tell it the maximum and the minimum amount of players. So right here, max players, since I have 4 different spots, we will set this to 4. You just type it in chat. And then for our minimum players, we'll just say 1. And then there are a couple other settings that we can change. So like the minimum height. So if we, let's say we go down here, we'll say -5 for that. So we can just go ahead and click on the height min and we will just say -5. So this is basically corresponds to the position in the world, so the Y position, and then the height limit right here. So we'll say 20. Okay, there we go. And then what we can do now is change our game duration. So this is how long the game goes on. So we'll just say 1,000, that's in seconds. So 1,000 seconds, that's going to be a really long amount of time. You can also change some other stuff like the border size. So right here, if we set this to 50, now we can see a little world border has appeared, so people can't go out past that. Okay, now we just need to set our arena spawn. So you will just want to fly up a little bit and set spawn number 1, and then let's go over here. There we go. And set spawn number 2. And then right here, spawn number 3. And then spawn number 4. So the reason we go up a couple blocks is because they will levitate down to their little pillar, wait a couple seconds, get their item, and then start placing stuff. And then finally, we need to change the item delay. So let's set this to 5. So 5 seconds between we get each item. There we go. So now we click Save Arena. And we now have to restart the server again because a backup has been created for the arena. And so to get it to work, we just need to restart our server again. There you go. That's all you have to do. All right, so now let's go ahead and test out our arena. Ignore the mod. Ignore that my sister installed this mod. So we will just click on auto join, and then on my little alt account, I'll do it. It's on my phone. Okay, there we go. So there they are. So now we just wait a couple seconds. You can change this with that pre-game time. Probably. You can probably also edit that so it doesn't go off the screen. Okay, here we go. So now we just levitate down. We can't move for a second. And now we just wait for our random item. And we get a bone block. So now I can go ahead and place that. And then I can... smithing template. Not much I can do with that. And then this. And now I can go over and kill them. Get out of here. And then once they're dead... I win the game. There we go. Okay, and then after a second, we go back to the lobby. What a great lobby this is. Okay, there you go. So that is how we set up an arena and how you play the game. But let's take a look at the configuration now. You can head into your plugins folder and you'll see this POF folder. So in here, we can see our different arenas. So here are the backups for our arenas, and you can see all your different settings here. So if you don't like editing through the menu, you can just edit it through here. And then we can also see some like the player data. You can see the different shops for like cages. So the cages, remember those like glass things, you can change the color of those by buying these, sell that, make money. And then you can also set blacklisted items. So if basically we're not going to be getting any of these items in the game, it's going to just cycle like every possible item. And then these are like the one things that you can't get. And then right here, this is our config.yml. So there's a little bit in here. You can turn off chat formatting. You can basically give a certain amount of coins for all these different things. So these coins can be used to purchase the cages and eventually more stuff, maybe. And then if somebody gets like a mob spawn egg, then is it going to name the mob when they place it down? And it's going to give them this name. And then you can also edit the different menus, and you can also edit the scoreboard on the side. You can also change the language file a little bit. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all you need to know. Okay, so now that you have seen how it works, I would like to share some of my thoughts on the plugin, whether you should buy it or not. So first of all, I do really like this plugin. It is really fun to play, and it's the second plugin I've ever seen to have the small font like included in the default message files, which is always really nice. I also like the auto join feature, and I'm also glad that there aren't any dependencies for it, such as like world edit or multiverse or something. It just works straight out of the box, which is great. There are a couple small bugs that I noticed while messing around with this plugin, but you do have to remember that this is a fairly new plugin, so that is to be expected, and the developer is working on fixing those and adding a lot of new features. Now, while I was planning for this video, I did find a similar plugin that is free called Better Pillars of Fortune. But is it really better? Personally, I think that this plugin Pillars of Fortune is better than Better Pillars of Fortune because it has more features such as the cages, and it's also a little bit easier to set up and use. However, when I was testing out Better Pillars of Fortune, it did have like a default schematic, whereas Pillars of Fortune doesn't, but I can't really complain about this too much because the developer of Pillars of Fortune gave me 4 free schematics to use with the plugin, so thank you for that. And if you'd like to test out the Pillars of Fortune plugin before you buy it, you can head over to their server play.eaglemc.net and try it there. I swear I'm not being paid to advertise their Minecraft server. Well, on that note, what do you think of this plugin? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, or if you have another plugin that you would like me to look at. And you can also check out my Discord server and ask for support with this plugin or any other plugin there, I guess. And you can also check out both of my Minecraft servers. They are really fun. I may be adding this plugin to them. Maybe? I don't know. Well, until next time, I will see you on the other side, and happy crafting. Okay, so the first thing that you'll want to do is actually download the plugin so you can get it here on Built. Oh my gosh, go away, Minecraft. No. Okay, so the first thing that you'll actually want to do is download Pillars of Fortune so you can get it here on Built by Bit. Just pay for it. Oh my gosh, no, go away. Go away, NVIDIA. Nobody cares. Die.